Arsenal lose out on Cisco as Saudi Pro League intensifies pursuit for wonder striker. Arsenal's hopes of landing Slovenian star Benjamin Sesko have suffered a major blow, as the Saudi Pro League intensifies its efforts to lure the RB Leipzig striker to the Middle East. The 21-year-old, who had been a top target for Mikel Arteta's side this summer, is now at the center of a massive bidding war, but it's not coming from the Premier League. Instead, a wave of Saudi clubs, backed by staggering financial packages, are fast becoming the favorites to land one of Europe's brightest attacking talents. Sesko had been heavily linked with a move to North London, with Arsenal viewing him as the long-term heir to the number 9 position. Despite tabling an offer worth over €70 million, and engaging in weeks of dialogue with the striker's representatives, the Gunners could not match the scale of interest or the financial might now pouring in from Riyadh and Jeddah. The Saudi push is not only aggressive but reportedly includes offers that would triple or quadruple Cisco's current wages. For Arsenal, this news comes as a bitter disappointment. Edu Gasper, who had been tracking Cisco before Andrea Berta took over as sporting director, had laid a strong groundwork. Berta intensified the club's efforts this summer, believing that the striker's pace, strength, and finishing instincts perfectly fit Arteta's fluid attacking system. However, it now appears that the club's offer has been brushed aside as the Saudi Pro League clubs entered with greater urgency. The timing of the Saudi push has blindsided many top European clubs. While Chelsea and Manchester United had both previously been linked with Cisco, it was Arsenal who showed the most concrete interest and progression. But Saudi clubs, with their seemingly unlimited financial resources, have now made direct contact with Leipzig and the player's agents, submitting proposals that are simply out of reach for European teams adhering to financial fair play. Cisco's camp has yet to officially comment on the Saudi offers, but insiders suggest the financial scale is life-changing and being taken very seriously. While the striker initially expressed a desire to compete in the Premier League, the opportunity to become the face of a Saudi club's project along with potential ambassadorial roles is reportedly tempting him and his family. At just 21, he would become one of the youngest European stars to make the Gulf switch. The Saudi interest in Cisco aligns with their broader sporting strategy of luring top talent at increasingly younger ages. Having already brought in players like Ruben Neves, Sergej Milinkovic-Savic, and Aleksandar Mitrovic, the league is now aiming to add rising stars to enhance its competitiveness and global appeal. Cisco represents the perfect balance of age, marketability, and world-class potential. Arsenal's disappointment is compounded by their lack of clear alternatives, having walked away from the pursuit of Victor Gyökeres due to Sporting CP's steep demands, and with Ivan Toney's profile not fully convincing the recruitment team, losing Cisco has left a gaping hole in the club's forward plans. The idea was to bring in a striker who could rotate and eventually replace Gabriel Jesus, and Cisco was seen as the ideal candidate for that role. While the Gunners still have time to pivot, this failed pursuit may spark internal questions about their transfer strategy this summer. The club has focused heavily on smart, long-term planning but now faces the harsh reality that top-tier young strikers are becoming increasingly difficult to secure. Saudi Arabia's emergence as a major competitor in this market could become a recurring challenge in the years to come. Fans are understandably frustrated. Many had hoped that Arsenal's early involvement in the Cisco race would give them the upper hand. With Champions League football, a young and ambitious squad, and a growing reputation across Europe, the Gunners seemed well placed to convince Cisco to join. But money talks, and this time, Arsenal simply couldn't keep up with the volume. RB Leipzig, for their part, are open to a sale but only on their terms. The German club were prepared to negotiate with Arsenal, but the scale of the Saudi offer appears to have reshaped their stance. the Bundesliga side may now look to cash in while the striker's value is sky high, and with little resistance coming from the Middle East, they could finalize a deal in the coming days. This could also serve as a warning for Premier League clubs. If the Saudi Pro League can now compete and even outmuscle England's best financially, future transfer windows may become significantly more difficult. Young players once expected to progress through top European clubs may now view the Middle East as an equally viable, and far more lucrative, option. For Arsenal, the focus now must shift quickly to Plan B. With pre-season around the corner and fans demanding a marquee signing up front, Andrea Berta will need to act swiftly to find a new target. One thing is clear, missing out on Sesko is not just a missed opportunity, it's a signal that the transfer battlefield has changed.